Okay, I'm going to try to be really brief with this. What I want to show you guys here is just one way that you can get the code and the data files for the stuff that I'm going to be going over in the workshop. And so if you come in here to GitHub and you go to my GitHub page, um, we've also got the direct links to all these GitHub repositories on the course website. And just something to mention, I've put this little RHD tag in front of all of my GitHub repositories that have been made for this workshop. So that's another way that you can find these. And once you come in here to the repository on GitHub, there's an option to just download all of the code. And I'm going to suggest that you download a zip file. There's a couple different ways you can do this, and I think as the course progresses a little bit, we might talk about how to clone repositories in GitHub. But for right now, just for the simple starter kit, download a zip file. It's going to download all the resources for this particular module. And what you can do with this is you can go into your downloads directory and just unzip it. And you've got the project layout and all the resources just as I have prepared them. And one way that I can get these into R is basically after I unzip them, I'll just go ahead and copy all of these items. The next thing I'm going to do is open up my RStudio version, create a new project to hold all these resources. And I'm not going to save this one. This is from, and so I'll make this new project in a new directory, and I'll make it, just give it a name and create the project. Once this project has been created, I'm going to go into my file tree and find that project right in my file explorer. So data import 2 is the project that I just created. And now I'm just going to go ahead and paste all of those items that I've unzipped into this project, and now it's here pretty much ready to rock and roll. So I can open up the README, which this is how I would suggest interfacing with this stuff. If you guys want to go through some of this on your own, open up the README. It'll give you some of the information on the different lessons in the project and why I put them in there. And you can open these code files. So skill 1, importing spreadsheet data. That's in the skills directory. And you can open this and you can start playing around with it. This is one of the code documents that we're going to walk through together in the workshop. But if you want to get a head start on things, you can open this up in your R console or RStudio and start familiarizing yourself with some of the code that we're going to be going over. One thing I will bring up is that a lot of these documents rely on a couple different external packages. So I do have a video on the Getting Started playlist that I sent out to you guys that talks about packages and how to install packages and how to load packages. Most of you will probably have to install some of these packages before this code will run. So just be aware of that. There's probably going to be some package installation that's going to be required of you after you kind of download these from the GitHub site. But really that's about it. That's, I think, going to be one of the simplest ways for everybody to get the code and the data in order to kind of play along with what I'm going to be presenting in the workshop is just pop in here to GitHub, hit the download button, download it to a zip file, unzip it on your computer, and then copy it into a new RStudio project. And that's one thing that I suggest you guys do to kind of get up and running with these code examples that I've prepared for you.